A former Queensland Police Commissioner jailed in disgrace. A notorious Brisbane prison closed for good and the right to protest peacefully. Tonight, the new year lets us delve back to what the state Labor government discussed behind closed doors all those years ago.
Still popular on playlists today, this Daryl Braithwaite tune was topping the charts back in '91. Penrith and Hawthorn won their respective grand finals.
Oh, what a classic!
Bob Hawke is the Prime Minister of Australia before being ousted by Paul Keating in December. Wayne Goss is the Premier of Queensland, pushing ahead with his dramatic reform of the Joe Days, abolishing the state's controversial gerrymander system.
Early years of the Goss government, they were making massive reforms that changed Queensland forever and for the good.
The state Liberal Party was also breaking new ground, electing Joan Sheldon its first female leader. We had the right to assemble and peacefully protest. Fraser Island was given World Heritage listing and the term environmental vandalism was coined. The troubled Boggo Road prison finally closed for good after one too many escapes and rooftop protests. Queenslanders rejoiced by playing the pokies at pubs and clubs. In September, the massive fallout from the Fitzgerald inquiry was about to be played out in court. Premier Joe Bjelke-Petersen fronted court on corruption in September, walking free a month later after a jury failed to reach a verdict.
Nervous at all, Sir Joe?
Me nervous after what I've been through.
Others weren't so lucky. Former Police Commissioner Terry Lewis sentenced to 14 years for receiving bribes. Tourism Minister Jeff Muntz joined him in prison for misuse of his ministerial expenses. Another former minister, Russ Hinds, died of bowel cancer before his trial began. Finally, Cabinet discussed launching a bid for a North Queensland Rugby League side to join the ARL competition, a reality 4 years later with the birth of the North Queensland Cowboys. Ebony Cavallaro, 9 News.
To the weather now, and temperatures were well below average today. Brisbane just reached a top of 25 degrees. It got to 25 on the Bayside and the Gold Coast, 27 for the Sunshine Coast. On tomorrow's map, troughs will bring rain, showers and storms to parts of North Queensland and the top end. Tropical cyclone Seth will bring gusty winds to the southeast, building large swell over parts of the Queensland and even the New South Wales coastline. For the capitals right around the country, sunny and 29 expected in Sydney, partly cloudy and 28 in Melbourne, little cooler in Hobart, showers and 22, stormy in Darwin, 34 degrees. Returning to Queensland now, Tropical Cyclone Seth has weakened overnight to Category 1, but may strengthen again tonight before slowing down and turning southwest. The cyclone continuing to bring dangerous conditions to the beaches. Across the north, partly cloudy and showers expected. Cairns, a pretty steamy 36 degrees. A little less in Townsville, 34. Mostly sunny through the central coast and Capricornia, 35 in Rockhampton. Very hot conditions out west. For the southeast, showers expected and partly cloudy conditions. The winds, south to southeasterly. Temperatures around 30 degrees. Hazardous surf conditions and lots of beach closures, so do take care. On the bay, a strong wind warning in place, south to southeasterly winds reaching up to 30 knots, seas up to 2.5 metres. In the city tomorrow, partly cloudy, heading for a top of 29, a chance of a shower or two though. Heating up this week, up to 31 degrees on Tuesday. Ipswich, slight chance of a shower heading for 32 degrees and warming up later in the week. On the Gold Coast, partly cloudy, the medium chance of showers heading for 29 degrees. And on the Sunshine Coast, rain easing, southeasterly winds and heading for a top of 29 degrees. That will reach up to 31 later in the week. Those dangerous beach conditions set to stick around for the next day or so, so please do take care, will you, if you're heading down to the sandy parts of Queensland. Well, that is 9 News Queensland for this Saturday. Thank you very much for your company. Dimity Clancy is next up with A Current Affair. I'm Paul Taylor. From us all, look forward to seeing you tomorrow night.